Hola.
Yodele-hee-hoo!
Hi, Roscoe's. How we doing?
What's up?
Oh my God. Hi, YouTube. Welcome
Yes.
to the
Are we ready for a
tavern.
Are we ready for a kiki tonight?
Let's
we
have a
party?
kiki.
I feel like we're ready for that, yes?
Yes.
All right, well, please give it up for Mistress Isabelle Brown!
Hello? Let me tiptoe up here, bitch.
Ooh, she
How
got
are
the
you?
shoe.
Okay.
The Salina EsTitties merch. Ah.
And please keep it going for the stunning Anetra.
Yes. Ain't no rest for this bitch face. And keep that going for our final guest tonight. Make some noise for Salina EsTitties.
Work.
All right.
Welcome. Have a seat,
This
mama.
is gorgeous. Doesn't Destiny's Child look so good now? Yeah.
Say my name, say my name.
Word.
Say their names, Lucy.
All right, really quick before we get started, I want to remind everyone at YouTube to go ahead and push subscribe to our YouTube channel and let everyone know that you can order cocktails and food. There are servers right there. You go. Hey, gorgeous. So feel free to order some cocktails and some food. And with that said, are you ladies ready? Yes? Are you ready?
Should.
I'm ready. Roscoe's, are you guys ready?
Before we get started, we just want to tell everyone, don't forget to buy our shirts, just like you see on us. Anetra and Salina are on My Best Judy merch, and I'm on MistressIsabelle.com.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, we're not the rich Ru girls yet. We're not Naysha, okay? We still need our coins.
You got your own domain, girl. You sound pretty rich.
Yeah.
MistressIsabelleBrooks.com.
All right, let's jump into this. Well, welcome back. First things first, let's make some noise for Salina EsTitties. So, my love, we just saw you get eliminated. It was a very emotional one for you. Tell us what motivated the message on the mirror and how were you feeling at that time?
I'm very happy and untucked. They kept it very cute for me because what actually happened was I walked in, I threw my gloves, and I said, "It is what it is, Santa! It is what it is! They kept the white bitch, but it's fine. It is what it is." I was unhinged because at that point I had nothing to lose. I was already going home, and I was crazy. So I was very impressed with what they kept in. Made me look real cute. Because she had a lot of feelings. And, you know, on the mirror message, I got what I deserved because the argument was who deserved to go home. So I kind of just was like, here you go, Miss Lucy. Yeah.
I mean, from what we saw on the TV, I personally think you should have stayed. You had a better performance, but we understand how production does things.
I do want to say for the haters that, like, I was running up the hill at one point, okay? I gave you that. It was in there.
That was just the worst song, though. Can you not?
I mean, that Little Nas X song they give.
Yeah,
us,
we've talked about that week after week, that the song choices have just been a choice. Yeah. So.
Now, I will say this. You had a great run. We thought you were great on the show. Tell us about your experience. Are you happy with your experience overall?
I think that was the hard part for me was being there, like constantly being the bottom when I was like, why? I don't get it. But I get to lip sync, great. And then watching it back, it's like I have all these feelings. So I'm watching it, and the feelings come back, and I'm angry, and I get on the microphone, and I say stupid shit, but the edit's fine. So it's very like, wait, hold up, EsTitties, like what's going on here? Because the edit's cute. My edit was cute, you know, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy that the fans saw what I was trying to do. You know what I mean? Thank you. You know, when the judges couldn't. So like, it felt very good, but I still have all my feelings and PTSD, you know? But I feel like it's slowly healing for me as the season airs, and you know, now that I'm eliminated, I'm like, whew, it was cute.
Yeah. Yes, and you know, it's funny, people don't really understand that it's not like you go back to the hotel room and you can call a friend and vent, you know what I mean? Like, you have to deal with this on your own. So how did you deal with, you know, when you were in the bottom or you were having a tough day? How did you deal with that?
It was hard because, you know, the other girls still want to win. So they're not going to say, oh, you shouldn't be in the bottom. No, they're like, bitch, you should be in the bottom because I want to stay here. I was like that with the girls I would have to lip sync to. So it was really hard there. But Sasha really, like, was my rock while I was there. And, you know, I'm sober. I've been sober for 11 years. They didn't. Thank you. They didn't show that on the show, but you know, I have a higher power. I pray, and that was my way to get through it. I had to pray to something bigger than myself because, to my own devices, I was ready to punch a hole. Like I wanted to punch the mirror with a lipstick. I thought that would have been cute, but also I didn't want to pay nothing. So, you know, I get a little hot. I get a little frustrated, but you know, I just pray. I try to center myself, and like, all you could do is be where your feet are at and try to move forward. So.
Absolutely.
Well
and,
put, Diva.
and congratulations to you. Make some noise one more time for Salina. It was, I thought it was great representation for you, great representation for the Latino community. It was great to see you up there. And I'm super excited to see everything that you're going to do from this.
Thank you so much. I did my best. You know, they read me down. The queens would read me down, so that was hard. But, like, I'm happy that people are messaging me saying they saw the representation. I did my best to represent, and it is what it is.
And on that same note, too, like, I wish that fans and, like, people at home watching, I don't know why they act so surprised when queens get emotional. We put so much time and money and our career on the line to entertain everyone, and, you know, we're getting criticized left and right. She felt like she was getting attacked at the competition. It's okay for you to feel how you feel, you know what I mean?
And when the Meet the Queens came out, everyone hated me, so I was like, whoa, this is weird, you know? I felt like I really had to win people over through the season.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel that way. You put yourself out there. You had a great run. People are going to love. People are going to hate you. That is just what happens in TV. So you have all of these people that love you here tonight. Your whole family in LA. So don't ever give up. You've been doing this for a while. Keep it alive. Absolutely.
Love, love, love. And really quick, the thing about it too, and I know production hates when I say shit like this, but I don't give a fuck. You know, it's hard when someone is super, super talented and you put all your talent out there and then you get cut off by the narrative. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then that's hard to deal with. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's so hilarious. I live for it. By the way, congratulations to all three of you having one of the best musicals ever. It was so well done. And speaking of the musical, you had a breakthrough moment. Your solo moment was absolutely amazing. How was it? How did it feel doing it? And
it felt very special in the moment, and I think it even feels even more special now. I think it's aged really well, and has a great message that everybody should keep spreading. But it was very special. I remember like being emotional in the rehearsal, the ones that they didn't show because Miguel was letting us have it.
So, Anetra, let me ask you this. It's safe to say that on, especially the first couple episodes, you've been kind of quiet on this season, right?
Bitch,
Let me
I
ask
was
you
fully
this.
absent in like 2 episodes.
Do you think that was based on the fact that the episodes were shorter, or is that really your vibe? Are you more of a quiet and more reserved person?
I think out of drag, I'm a little bit more quiet, but I also think like the time cut was a huge like disadvantage for a lot of girls. What did you say? He said it, I didn't.
And I live in WeHo. I've never seen any of those best friends in WeHo.
Oh, we didn't watch it either here.
Where are the friends?
Actually, you are, in the entire time, you're the first person to ever say the name of the show. We've never even acknowledged the name of it, to be honest with you.
Naysha
That's
would
the
just
first
say
time we heard
the
it.
other show.
Yeah. I was so pissed off about it. Anyway, okay. So with that said, so you're saying you're just a little bit more quiet, a little more reserved. Yeah. Now the drag persona, is that where you just feel like you kind of come out?
That's where I let it out, mama. That's the outlet for me, girl.
Listen, and I have to tell you, you have one of the, if not the best walk ever on that runway.
Thank
Your
you.
walk is so powerful. Where does that come from? Like, what inspires that walk?
So I used to watch the Victoria's Secret show like religiously when I was like a little gay in my mom's apartment. And I used to put her go-go boots on, and like Candace Swanepoel was my everything. And I don't know, I just love runway, I love fashion, and I love to walk. It's how I get everywhere. Yeah.
Well, Anetra, let me tell you, bitch, when you would walk out, you'd lick your fingers and pat your puss,
I-
we would lose it.
Girl, I was literally like, episode 2, I was like, okay, again, work. I don't remember doing that. And then by episode 5, I was like, stop doing that! But I love it. It's kind of fun now. Because, you know, this shit is sizzling, girl.
Okay, so you did tell us a little bit about your background. So you are Filipino and white. That's your ethnic background?
Filipino, Puerto Rican, Japanese, and German.
Work. We loved your talent number. I mean,
Thank
I think
you.
everyone around the world loved your talent number. Was that your first choice? Like right off the, we're back in 5 seconds, so we're gonna hold on.
Yes.
We're gonna come back to that because we want to know if that was your first choice or not, or if you had something else in mind as well. Let's go ahead.
Please leave me alone. Please don't report my accounts. I'm begging you.
All right. Before we have a couple announcements, but before we do, let's get back to that one last question with Anetra really quick and answer that question. Did you have another talent prepared, or was that your one talent ready?
No, I am talentless. That is my only talent. No, that I knew I wanted to break boards and kind of integrate my taekwondo-ness in some way, but I didn't know it was going to be to an original song. But yeah, it was definite.
Well, we loved it, especially because it was telling of who you are and your backgrounds, and we felt like we knew you after that. We really, really enjoyed it. But anyway, we're gonna take a little turn real quick. We're passing out some cookies here for everyone that is here at Roscoe. Sorry, YouTube. But we're gonna. Well, these cookies came from Uprising Bakery.
Yes. Uprising Bakery.
Some of you know and have heard of this bakery, Uprising Bakery. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory. And I know not too long ago I said that I didn't like to get too political sometimes because this is like a fun time or this or that, but sometimes it's really necessary and we need to get involved. And this is that time.
It's
This is the
local,
time.
it's
This is the
happening.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. So these cookies came from Uprising Bakery in Lake in the Hills. This bakery, it's a small family-owned bakery, and it decided to do a drag show. And when it decided to do this drag show in this town, basically people came out against it.
They had to postpone it. They were attacked by
Yes.
a vandal. The person was charged. However, through that, the community continued to misinform others and essentially slander this business for just wanting to host a drag brunch and sell some gluten-free bakery goods.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part about it is that they didn't just come for the bakery, like Caramel just said. It was the customers that came to support the bakery even after. They would take pictures of their license plates. They would find them online. They would harass them.
Hateful.
So what happened was that these customers were no longer even coming to the bakery. They were afraid to come to the bakery. So as a result of all of this, the bakery has been forced to close. This month is their last month operating, their last month open. However, we are putting up a link right here.
It'll be in our comments and our notes.
Yes. And in this link, you can go ahead and choose to donate some money. Now, will it save them and keep them open? Probably not, but it will help them upstart their next business. It can help with the employees that will be out of work from now on, the owner that no longer has a business. So we're really taking our community power the way they did. We're back to the show. We're going to come back to this.
We'll touch base.
We'll touch back to this. But this is where the cookies are coming from, and this is why we're passing them out. We'll touch base a little bit more on it afterwards.
All right. Before we jump into the episode, we're going to wrap this up and say we will have Uprising's Bakery and Cafe's link located in our show notes. And if anyone and everyone could donate as minimum as $1.
Just $1. If you guys at YouTube just donated $1, we could make a huge difference for this bakery that is serving to our LGBTQ plus community. So, yeah.
Support local businesses, y'all, and thank y'all so much. Now, to jump into the episode, Lucy has 3 minis and 2 mains. Do y'all think that affected who she gave y'all for the makeover challenge?
Really quick before
Go ahead, dude.
I'm going to pass the QR code. You can just go ahead and scan it, and you can donate that way. It'll take all of 2 seconds. We're not going nowhere. You can donate while you're listening.
It's actually so funny you say that because I would love to touch on this. So Recently, people online have been going fucking insane saying that Lux and I are bullying Lucy and whatnot. But if you actually watch the show, you'll see me and Lucy go back and forth and, we're joking.
Yeah.
And actually, Lucy made the dress that my girl ends up wearing for the makeover, and I styled hair for Lucy in the season, and I styled hair for Lux. So we're friends, and it's all like a cut up. So I feel like with Lucy picking the teachers, obviously her only goal was to fuck with Lux because she just doesn't fuck with Lux. So.
And also at this point in the competition, you got to do what you got to do to make sure you're going to the next round.
That's why I said that too. That's why I was like, I was really surprised she just basically gave me Miss Tang, which I mean, I respect it because also as a plus size person, sometimes when you're in situations where, like, for instance, if she got Anetra, there's little things that Anetra wouldn't know that about catering to someone plus size, especially in drag, putting on pads and heels and X, Y, and Z. Like, for instance, like, I knew my teacher probably has never walked in heels a day in her fucking life, which is why I went with wearing a gown because, you know, there's little things you can do to work around.
And thank
stuff
God you wear
like
kitten
that.
heels, so she would have.
Not today, though. We got a full pump.
Yeah, you got
with
a
this.
full pump. I'm so proud of you.
Inches, bitch, inches.
It was awesome that both of you, Anetra and Mistress, had similar backgrounds with your teachers. How important was it for all three of you to represent your culture coming onto the show?
I think anytime you come from like a marginalized group of people and you get to find like some power and strength in that, it makes you feel really good because it's something you've really never seen before. And she's Filipino. I don't think they put it in there, but we're both Filipino, yeah. But she was like really, really shy and really reserved. And a lot of Filipino people are, just because that's how we're raised. Like, we're not raised to be like outwardly loud or draw attention to ourselves. So that was really new for her, and I think she enjoyed it. But we will see.
Salina or Mistress, how about either of us divas?
I mean, for me, my drag, like I've stated before, is all about legacy and showcasing who I am. So when I do things, I don't go in with the intent to like, oh, I'm representing X community, I'm representing X, Y, and Z. I just go in being myself, and I just so happen to be someone who is Mexican, queer, from Houston, from Texas. I'm very proud of everything that makes up who I am. So I feel like I just carry myself in and out of drag with that in the forefront. So that's what was most important for me with Miss Tang.
And then Salina, about representing your culture on the show, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I've been saying this, is like I had the top designers that Sasha and Lux had, you know, these big, hard-hitting designers. I could have came in beautiful gowns and smashed it too, but it's very important for me to represent Latin culture in a way that I haven't seen represented yet on the runway. Very West Coast, very chola, and like, did it work in my favor with the judges? No, but are people messaging me saying that they saw themselves in me, that they see their mom, their tias? Yes, and that means the world to me.
Yes, diva.
When I was there and I saw Salina wear the street lamp, I got emotional because when she was wearing the street lamp, I felt seen.
You are so shady, bitch. Shady.
No, but really, I wouldn't even tell Salina when we were there. I love a bitch who would just go with the concept she has, and that's something that is so admirable for Salina. She does not give a fuck. This bitch will pull Cheetos out of her pussy, and she'll do the craziest shit. And I love it. That's a bad bitch.
Yeah, you know what? It was a learning experience. I've never done Drag Race before, and I wanted to, I wanted to try. I could, let's.
You look good. The mug look bitch. The mug look good, bitch. Period.
I always love Michelle's face after somebody says they disagree with her.
The side eye she
bitch,
gives.
Anetra, you have painted the fuck out of her.
Oh my gosh. Let's get into this challenge really quick. Let's talk about what was really challenging and what you really loved about this transformation, both of you.
I think the time, for sure. We had a very short amount of time to get ourselves and our daughters in drags, like head to toe. So we were all racing. We were drag racing, girl.
We had, I want to say, 3 hours to get the both of us in drag, not in full drag. Like, we were rushing down. What they didn't show, actually, I'm surprised they didn't. When we were at the table with Ru, when I asked her if she could shave her eyebrows, I was like, I'll give you $1,000. And she was like,
rich.
She was like, maybe. I go, okay, I'll give you 2. And she was like, I was like, what about 3?
Okay.
And I was being so serious. I was about to drain my bank account because, you know, when you do makeup, I have experience. I used to be a makeup artist at MAC Cosmetics as well. And I have a background in painting other drag queens. But, you know, when you put people in drag who aren't used to makeup, when you put that loose powder, their eyes start watering and they're like moving. And it's just a lot when someone's not used to all that. So that was the most challenging part, for sure.
Did she shave her eyebrows?
No, I didn't glue them down.
Now, what was the most fun part of that entire process?
I think us in the workroom, like, playing with them is so much fun. Because really, we were all just, like, kids, like, baby drag queens, like, playing in little wigs and heels.
Yeah, that was a really, really fun day. And the teachers were really interactive, except for Miss Reyes with Lux. But, I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't make a connection. That's why I said it was important because, you know, that's one of, like, for a hairstylist or makeup artist, the majority of your service is connecting with the person in your chair.
The consultation.
It makes it kind of awkward if you're not, like, getting to know this person because then they don't trust you or they're questioning you. But I will say Anetra made both of their costumes in the workroom. And, bitch, when I tell you Anetra was fucking working it out for real, I was like, bitch.
The sewing machine was smoking, bitch.
Down. And then this challenge, okay, so this day, I already said, in the mini challenge when they all said I was stealing, I'm most likely to steal, bitch, is true. So, you know, then they give us the materials, like, to make shit, and, like, oh, here's some jewelry to put your girl in drag. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take these and, like, see which ones I like. Bitch, when I tell you I mopped all that fierce drag jewelry, I literally went home with, like, 10 sets of jewelry.
That's not the only thing you stole. You stole the book from the Roscoe.
I gave it back, and Salina stole the book. I didn't steal the book.
Steal the book. Mistress, can you hold this for me?
No. That Ross Matthews up there. Let's.
Listen, when he talked about stoning that shoe, really, did you guys think, you guys that are on the runway, did you think this is a stupid-ass remark?
I would like to say all comments made do not reflect the mind and thought process of mine.
I cannot stand you.
I'm just a guest here. What do you think, Anetra?
I don't know. What do you think, Salina?
Here we go!
I'm playing. Listen.
You know, I mean, it was it was a little extra, but the critique is valid. Not the stone, I don't think, but the shoes were very different.
Yeah, the shoe should have been different.
So, you know, I mean, that's their job there to critique. So, I don't know what the qualifications are. I don't know. I really don't.
Well, it's that they don't have them. That's it. He doesn't have the
but also
qualifications.
he's done this so long. I'm sure he knows what to look for. I mean, I being there, I don't remember him ever giving like critiques where I thought they were out of line. Personally.
How about any of you other girls?
We keep, look, we're
Selena,
gonna...
I've been waiting for you to come here.
Mira, no hablo inglés. I don't know.
Yo no puedo escuchar, mami.
I knew how to speak
Girl,
English
you were
last
real
week.
fluent the other day. You were real fluent in English the
Bitch.
other day.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that later. But,
Well, I mean, it is Drag Race. The shoe matters.
yeah.
But I also will say, like, we didn't know to pack size 5 shoes in our suitcase for that little teacher.
They didn't give you guys shoes for them?
No, they did, but it was like, here's one pair in each size.
No, not even that. I will say this, and it's what really pissed me off again to what I was saying about the plus size thing. They had shoes like this. My bitch was not wearing shoes like this. No fucking bitch, I'm not wearing shoes like this. So, you know, it's just one of those things where like it's no one's fault. It's just when you're a queen, you know what's functional for a queen. So, you know, no tea.
And some of the girls have touched based on this before. It's like when the critiques come and it's something that you could not change or prevent. You get what I'm saying? Like, if they provide you with a wardrobe and that's what you use, you know what I mean? Like, you can't change that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But also, to play the devil's advocate, that's not true because they do have materials there. And if you really, really, really wanted to stay up and get no sleep and sacrifice everything, you could.
Yep.
But in that same breath, is it really, truly worth it?
Right,
So
but
that's like the volley of it.
No, and totally. And is it considered like if you're taking something home and working on it, well, can I take something home and work on it? Because then it turns into that. Well, why is she doing that and I can't?
Well,
So-
I remember if we ever took something home, it was like, okay, everybody was allowed.
You know what? On our season, what we took was hair. That's like the only thing you could take with you was hair, but you couldn't make like garment, or
I will
you
say,
couldn't make stuff, but you can do hair.
A great example of that is like when we did the ball, we had worked so long on our stuff and the machines kept fucking up. So they were like, okay, everyone could take their stuff at home and work on it. But we only had 5 hours of sleep, so I left my shit there. And I was like, if there's no time to make my dress, I'm just not going to make the dress.
If you're ever on Drag Race, bring your own needles. Bring your own like industrial sewing needles.
And on that same breath too, with what I've noticed from being there, because they provided new sewing machines, but the girls get on the machines and they don't put the bobbin down. They fuck up the machines for everyone. So it's kind of like it's a shit situation. It's
Someone
like,
someone brought a sewing machine this year from your season. Who was it?
Who
did?
Oh, I swear it was somebody. I swear. No?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, never mind.
Someone stole a sewing machine.
Who?
Oh wait, I think somebody did. Did somebody say they took a sewing machine?
Maybe
Was
that's
it
what
you?
it was.
Did you take one?
No, bitch, I'm not sewing shit.
That's a lie.
I stole the paddle from the mini challenge. Remember that? They got
I
so
got
mad
one.
about that. Bitch, we had took all the paddles because listen, when we got home, my friend's like, "Oh my god, how was it?" I was like, "Girl, here's my entrance look. I look sickening."
I remember like trying to steal like a lot of stuff from set.
Me and Anetra cut a big ass piece of the workroom wall out, like literally like,
Bitch.
and we did it like on the first day too.
I love that. All right, we're back.
All right. Through the judges' critiques, it looks like we have a definite bottom two with Lux and Lucy. But Salina, out of your sisters over here, and Sasha, who do you think is going to take the top spot tonight?
Oh, the top. Well, honestly, I think it's between these two. Like, it was so good, both of you. I think they did amazing.
Sasha's was good, but it was giving more
Sasha-
sister,
Sasha was great.
better resemblance on
Sasha
these
was
two.
great. These two, I fucking hated.
Well, what's family? It's family. Sisters,
Sasha gave more
mother,
sister, but
daughter.
I feel like the resemblance was there more.
Honestly, this was one where I looked around and I was like, fuck, I can't tell if it's between me, Anetra, or Sasha. Like, I feel like we all really killed it. And, like, with the only reason, like, with Lux and Lucy, I mean, obviously, I knew Lux was, like, the fool. But, I mean, and Lucy, I was like, she really does look like Lucy, but kind of like Michelle said, when you were there, you could just see, like, the chemistry wasn't there. So, like, tying everything in together is, like...
I thought Lucy did really good.
Selena,
She did.
is this a challenge that you think you would have strived at or you would have struggled with?
Yeah, I was very excited for that challenge. I would have named my partner D-Titties, like D-Titty.
Girl.
Salina and D-Titties. Yeah, I feel like I've done a lot of people's makeup before, and I can make them look like me, so I would have been fine. I will say my outfit, they probably would have read me on. I was gonna do, you know, in LA on Highland where they pass out flowers with the pickle buckets. We were both gonna be Rosas ladies going down the runway.
And okay, so well, you kind of were there, so you can't really answer this question. But as far as top and bottom and the critiques, do you agree with the judges, or were you on that?
Generally? I think so. It was a hard one because I mean everybody did look okay. Everybody looked good. I think out of me and Mistress, it was like pinching. So, but I think everybody else looked good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything they said pretty much. I don't remember them really giving a lot of bad critiques that day either, because of course I don't think they would want to be offensive to the teachers. So it was kind of just like, that's what made it even harder though, because you know when they only give good, it's like, well, fuck, you never know when you're there. But I was very pleased. Like I said, there was a lot of like little things we had to overcome with our teachers, and like for instance, mine didn't have any heels that fit, so she had to like go home and like get fucking like little platform sandals she had.
She brought her own little heels.
She had to, yeah. So there's like a lot of little things I overcame. So I was like, I'm about to get this. I'm about to get my challenge. Mwah.
That is so wild to me.
Yeah. No, but then again, like I said earlier, it's not a production thing. It's just more so like what a person's comfortable and what they're willing to do. And with her, it was just like
They didn't interview these girls like they did y'all, I guess.
you know.
Right.
Do you think that they purposely choose teachers that are like, do you know how to walk on heels? Oh, I certainly do. Okay, we're not going to use you. Like, do you think it's very that way?
I think it would be more entertaining. Yeah. Like, what if they all just came out as supermodels? That would have been so boring. The whole show would have been like this. Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say this is the first time in the Makeover challenge that they had them do a lip sync. Usually it's like the paired, y'all do a little minute and a half of something. How fun was it seeing them live their
It was
fantasy?
so cute. All the little mini-me's. The little mini mistress kept getting me. Yes, and the Lucy. I
The
remember
Lucy
seeing-
got me.
Yeah, seeing like Lucy from like across the mini Lucy, Lala from across the room was so trippy because it was like, look.
And I will say they only gave the teachers like literally a day to learn the song, and all of our teachers were so nervous. I was just like, that's why we kind of all did the thing. We're like, girl, just do it. Who gives a fuck? If you miss the words, but start spinning like penetration.
Work. They didn't offer a teleprompter on this this lip sync like they have prior.
Goodbye.
And we're back. All right, Roscoe's. Please give it up for Anetra on her third win tonight. Bitch. That is sickening. Congrats, Diva. Congrats.
And 2 minis.
Yeah, and 2 minis. That adds up. The minis add up. Now, on the opposite side, we also lost Lucy Duca tonight. Was there any memorable moments that y'all had with Lucy, all 3 of you divas, throughout the season that just stood out or that you would hold on to?
Let loose. Lucy and I, we were neighbors, so we would go to the pool on the weekend, and it was just nice to like hang out with her and not be in a competition setting. And Lucy is actually like very funny. I don't know if y'all found her funny, but I just like always was laughing around her. What?
It's just the way the warning, like, well,
I liked her.
I don't know about y'all.
I mean, I feel like we definitely all, as a cast, have a lot of memorable moments with each other. I feel like that's what's kind of like weird about watching it because people assume that y'all are frenemies or you don't like each other. But the truth is, I think outside the competition setting, when we're like in the van or when we get to like go to the pool together, when the show's done, we all are friends and we're all good. I think with Lucy, a lot of our conversation, a lot of our dialogue was, I enjoyed more so when she wasn't on camera pretending to be someone else. And that's my whole thing with her. As you see when you watch it, I never wanted... Bob and Monet said on their podcast something that I really agree with. When people are saying that Lux and I were bullying Lucy, I'm not responsible for someone's trauma that I don't know about. If you feel... And that's a fucked up... It's kind of like... It's harsh to say, but it's the truth. I didn't know that we're triggering you because you're used to people picking about you about X, Y, and Z. When the truth is, as y'all see, she's reading the fuck out of me at every confessional. If you go back and watch the other episodes, she always picks at me, but that's because we have that rapport with each other. That was how we would play along with each other. I never felt like, and I mean, it's really how I feel. When we were there, we would always laugh and joke, and it was never anything personal, which is why I'm saying, too, if you watch Lucy's actions towards me, I never felt like she was intentionally trying to come for me. Like, I would say it's more her and Lux. But, you know, her little thing when she got eliminated, feel how you feel, bitch. Do you like wet or dry food, doggy? You mad?
Woof, woof.
But in that same sense, you know, what?
She came back on that part of the conversation.
Wow.
No, but in that same
right on
sense,
time.
no shade. Like I told Salina earlier, feel how you feel. If that's how she feels in the moment, I love it because I see you're passionate. When y'all saw when I was there, my heart really did break for Lucy because Lucy did a fucking great job in the competition. We had our moments, but bitch, she was still fucking sickening. I would never discredit someone's work. Lucy was fucking great in every fucking challenge almost. Lucy did a great fucking job. My whole thing with Lucy was, bitch, you would feel so much more comfortable if you just said how you fucking felt.
Like she did in this last Untucked. Yes.
Just be yourself. And the thing is, she would make the same comments I would make just off camera. So why is it fair for someone like me to take the heat when I'm just saying what everyone else is feeling, bitch? Just be yourself. So, no tea.
Salina, a great moment you had with Lucy on the show?
Sorry, I went off the question.
No, you're good, Bubba.
I got along with Lucy because we're both the same age, so she would come to me and cry when, you know, something was going on with Mistress and Lux. So I'd be like, girl, don't worry. Like, we're grown. We got this. Just do your thing. So we connected in that. But I connected with her when I ripped up her photo in the green room.
I was not going to bring that up.
Oh, my God.
You want me to tell the story?
but now we
I'll
have to
tell the
talk about
story.
it.
Oh, we're back. We have to hold that story.
We have to hold that story. 'cause we're
Hold
coming
the
back to
green
this.
room.
Okay, before we get into the Sasha Colby meet and greet, we wanted to touch on the green room with the photo. Who had the story?
Yes.
Mistress can tell it.
Tell us.
See what her
Girl,
perspective
I'm
is.
under a very strict NDA. How about you? You've already ruined yours.
I did?
Okay, so when we do our confessionals, we have little pictures of
So for continuity purposes.
Yeah, so we can look the same when we do our confessionals. So we all have pictures of us. So when Salina, you tell us from your side, bitch, because you know what happened.
When I got eliminated, I was a little upset, and I got in there, and I walked in, I saw Lucy's out of drag face staring at me. I said, I tore it up and I left it there so they can see it when they walked in the next morning.
Okay. So anytime a girl got eliminated and we came to do our confessionals, in the green room, we would take their photo and put it up on the wall like the fallen. So like it was the next morning and we were like, okay, time to go and put Lucy up. Oh.
She's cracked.
Bitch, shredded. It was cut.
So she cut up Lucy's picture and left it there after she got eliminated. And then when we walked in, Lucy turns to me and goes, "Mistress, why'd you do this?" And I go, "Bitch." And I'm like, and I'm not a morning person at all. So I go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Then she's like, "You ripped out my picture." I go, "Babe, we just walked in together. Did I fucking teleport in here?" So we figured out Salina did it, and that was like, that had Lucy in fucking shambles. Like she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she did that. Why'd she do that?" And I was like, "Bitch, I don't know. We haven't talked to her. Why do you think she did that?"
I was like, "Baby, I'm going home." And they sent me home and kept Lucy. I was like, they probably want her to crack. Let me help, bitch.
Wow, that is very poor sportsmanship.
Shut the fuck up, Miss you.
So you will not be getting congeniality.
So what I'm hearing is you were the one who was really bullying Lucy. My, how the tables have turned. Please go report her Instagram.
No, don't do that. They will do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, please don't
They
do
already
that.
have.
Okay, so listen, this is a long journey. We still got one more episode, and then it's gonna go to top 3. I personally, even in the top 5 right now, it was so good. Everyone was really, really good. How do you guys feel going into it that it's not a top 4? It's gonna be a top 3. Was that like a face crack for y'all when you heard that?
Well, you know, last year they had
We're
top
back.
5.
Yeah, we're back. Really quick, this staying with Lucy really quick. I just want to touch base on something really, really quick. And I say this from experience, being on one episode of Drag Race and then coming back. I get it. She might not be your tea. And you might not get into the drag that way or this or that, but do not discredit her as a queen because she went and she did the damn thing. She has won challenges. She was super, super consistent in this competition. Could have went all the way to the end and actually won, and it would have been justified. So please do not sit here and act like she was horrible or she was has no taste. Because I heard a couple of little comments over here when they said, and everyone is going to love you. And yes, I love her. I love the television she just gave us and everything that she gave. So don't be that way. Do not.
No, honestly.
And I think it goes the same for all of the girls that have been on this season, going all the way back to the first
But
girl.
Lucy's the one that's getting it. That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Lucy's the one that's getting it. It's kind of pissing me off a little bit because it just reminds me of things that I kind of experienced. But it's just like, you guys know what you guys go through when you're there. And this is just the way she experienced it. And I bet you that it is all hyped up for television. I'm sure that the delusion was not even to that extreme. Do you know what I mean?
No, but having someone who wanted it so much, production was like, yes, we're going to play with it.
And we are going to amplify this, and we are going to run with it. But please do not discredit her as a queen and give her motherfucking flowers because she deserves them.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, piggybacking off that, when we had her here, she was amazing. She was a wonderful time up in the dressing room. She was giving exactly what you guys are doing, giving great TV. So, and we can all say that this has been a fantastic season, yes?
Oh my goodness, so good.
Yeah, we were honestly, I really was so gagged she didn't make the top because like you said, she was so consistent. Lucy did a great job, and her drag, although I guess Lux said like it's been seen before, but also like I said, as far as like representing traditional drag and stuff like that, I think Lucy kind of fits in that category as well. So I see Lucy, she's a great entertainer, she's great at what she does, and it just, like Ruth says, sometimes people just do better than you in that week. No tea.
She's totally a respectable queen, and I think that's one thing that people are forgetting. And drag is like very hard, even just as a local level, and then Drag Race is like a whole different thing. Yeah, so I think if her drag is not your tea, that's totally fine. But at least be respectful, and you don't need to be leaving a hate comment and things like that. Like, and that goes for all of the girls. If Mistress is not your tea, if Salina is not your tea, then you have no taste. But you have to respect the girls.
I don't know. Lucy reminded me so much of home. I don't know if y'all know. Her drag reminds me so much of Lauren Taylor. I don't know if Lauren Taylor, she's been like Miss America, like a lot of stuff like that.
Now, we're going to do a Q&A with the audience. Before we do Q&A, we're very grateful for everyone on YouTube that tunes in and leaves us comments. Good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. We'll take it. Just watch. So thank you so much for watching. But there's a special group of people that we always like to say hello to. I wanted to shout out Amir and Lulu, the cats in Turkey. Hi, all the way over there in Turkey.
Hello to Lewis and Jaden in Liverpool. Hey, babes. Nice to see us. Thanks for watching and commenting.
Hello to Mashari in Kuwait.
That's a beautiful name.
Diana in the Black Forest in Germany. Hola, how are you? All the way over here from Roscoe's.
All the way in Cape Town, South Africa. We want to say, hey, Charlotte. Thanks for watching, Diva.
We're going to say hello to Matt in London and happy birthday to his boyfriend who watches every single week. We love you guys. Thank you so much for not leaving his name. Happy birthday!
And then, of course, happy birthday to Ray from your husband, Kane. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, all the way over in New Jersey. So, like I said, hi to all those people. Thank you so much for leaving comments and continue to do so. We'll continue to send shout-outs out every single week. And on that note, let's do some Q&A with our lovely, lovely guests.
Before we get started, can I say one thing real quick?
You may.
So one of the things that didn't air that really touched me about my teacher is she was saying how hard it is and how underpaid teachers are and how she loves to do a little bit extra. She spends a lot of her money to buy materials for her students. So please, 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 if you have it in you, I have her Amazon wish list in my bio. Go to my Instagram. Please click the link and consider donating to her Amazon wish list. I believe that education is the most powerful tool you could have. And as someone who had to grow up very fast, I never got to pursue a college education like I wanted to. So please, please, please consider donating to Miss Tang's Amazon wish list. And they're going to link it in the bio of the YouTube video. But also, I'm going to be donating one of my numbers tips. So stay tuned. And it's all going to go towards the Amazon wish list. So
Yeah.
Yes.
we love you, Miss Tang.
The second number, so you're going to stay all the way to the end of the motherfucking show. All right, let's take this picture really quick. Everyone look at Sean. And then I want to kick off the Q&A really quick. Okay, so Salina, when okay, we get on the show, we leave, we think about things that have happened, and we kind of retrace, and then we fall into the emotions of everything, and we saw that you relived that elimination, and it hit you pretty hard. You said a couple things online, you expressed yourself. I know that you wanted to kind of clear the air a little bit and talk about that moment that we had last week, yeah?
Yeah, so y'all saw the video. Not my proudest moment, I will say. I'm not gonna apologize for the way that I felt because my feelings are valid, point blank period. But the way that I chose to express my feelings, not the cutest thing. I saw it back and I was like, fuck. I had such a good run on the show, though I couldn't see it at the time, and then this happens, and I'm like, no, I was going well. But like I said, with all the feelings and emotions that I had, like I could not see the bigger picture while I was on Drag Race. You know what I mean? I'm in the bottom, fuck, oh my god, this. I could not see that after the fact. Oh wait, they're setting me, like, I look fine, it's cute, they're rooting for me, you know what I mean? So I could not see that back then. And then sitting here, during my What You Packin' with Michelle, I felt like I was Michelle's punching bag all season. Like, I would have thought the Chola would have, like, rooted for the Chola, but she, like, let me have it many times. And, along with Ross, them two I felt so horrible. And at What You Packin', I confronted Michelle. I don't know if y'all saw it on YouTube, but I was like, girl, what's the tea? And, we got to talk it out, and I kind of felt like, okay, work. I had grace with Michelle, but I never got to have that with Ross. And, like, I had a phone call with Ross like on Sunday after that Friday, and I kind of got to have that conversation with Ross and clear the air and find some, like, you know, apologize for what I said on the, you know, what this really taught me was how powerful my platform and my voice was. And I didn't realize that because, you know, like I said, Meet the Queens, I was very not liked. And then going through the show, I was like, crap. I don't know. I didn't think that my voice mattered because, like, hello, the top girls right here, their voices matter. I didn't feel like mine did. After that moment, I hate that it took it took me doing that for me to realize that. But my platform is powerful, my voice is powerful, and that is not the way that I want my voice, my drag to be represented in this world. I am not that girl. I don't think y'all ever seen me act that way before, but I think you can tell that, like, there is feelings in there, right? So I got to clear the air with Ross. You know, I cleared the air with everybody else that I had to because I'm an adult at the end of the day. I'm not this hothead running around saying, faggot. You know, so, like, I can own that. I can own my part, and I get to clean that up today. You know what I mean? So I did that. It's done. We're all good. It's all love. And really quick with the drag band and with everything going on, trying to eradicate people of our community, I do not need to be adding that fuel to that fire. You know what I mean? We should be spreading love, and I see that today, and I apologize for my actions doing that. I didn't have to do it that way, you know?
Commend you for that. Thank you so much for addressing that because you didn't have to. And like you just said, your feelings are absolutely valid.
Yes.
And for you to come out and say what you just said, I commend you for that.
The self-awareness is beautiful.
The problem
yes.
is that she's Latina, so we can't be held for our actions.
Hello.
You know, we just act fucking crazy, girl. I feel for you because there's so many times I'm like, girl, I did not have to cut up like that. So I know what you mean, sister. You're good. You know, you said your piece.
And then I just want to remind everyone that there's a whole other side of the bar that you can go to and kiki and chit-chat and drink if you'd like. But on this side of the bar, we are going to have a Q&A, which means we are going to listen to these beautiful guests of ours, and we're going to respect their time and what they have to say. Yes?
Yeah.
Awesome. With that said, let's go ahead and start this Q&A.
Can we start the Q&A with these girls? Let's take it back with the question. How gagged were you when you found out there was going to be a top 3?
Oh, yes, we did talk about that.
I think, like, after this, when she was like, let the music play, and we all danced, like, we're like, oh my God, like, we made it top 4. And then it was like, just kidding. So it definitely was like, oh my God, we made it, like, because last season it was a 5, and then it was like, oh my God, a 4. Like, they're definitely not doing a 5, because I remember we were talking about, like, what if they did a 5? And then it was a short conversation, but we moved on. But when we came in, it was very much like, oh, there's the fire again. So, but it's everything. It's sickening. Like, we haven't had a top 3 in, like, what, season 8, right?
11.
Yeah. So 11,
12, not
12
11.
was
12.
the 3.
Jada,
Right.
Jada season.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the top 3 in that? What?
Jada, Gigi, and Crystal.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then before
And
that,
Crystal,
season
Crystal
8.
Method, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and did you want to answer? Did you want to?
I mean, I'll just piggyback off what she said. Like I said earlier, like, I was genuinely shocked they got rid of Lucy, because at that point, like I said, it was so neck and neck. Everyone was doing so fucking good that we celebrated the top 4. And then with, like, okay, one more elimination, I was like, girl, this is the fucking fool. So we'll see how this shit turns out.
Please, everyone, just raise your hand. Naysha and Batty will make their way around how they feel necessary, and think of the context of your question. Make them enjoyable. Let's go.
Let us know your name, where you're from, and then the question, okay?
Hi, I'm Colleen Lawson. I'm from Chicago. First of all, with a daughter who's a kindergarten teacher in the highest crime school in Chicago, I thank you so much for what you did with the others. I wanted to add that this season, I've been watching since the first episode, season 1. This season has been so wonderful from the inside out. I mean, you schooled the children on how much easier it is to just be themselves. You schooled people on what real talent is like when it's something that you've worked and learned from. And you just were so relatable. I mean, just how wonderful it's been. Thank you for this season.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
All right, we got one over here.
Hi there, my name's Kyle. I am a high school chemistry teacher. I teach, and as an openly gay teacher,
Make some noise, bitches.
You better work.
I support my queer kids all the way. They're in my room all the time. My question is, what is your favorite memory from your schooling experiences with your teachers?
So, I guess I'll start it off. It's gonna be a little like shitty, but that was, I think, what I identified with most with Miss Tang. I never really like high school and like the development years from my teenage life is like something that I really don't like to think about. It like just reminds me of a lot of trauma with my family and a lot of horrible experiences. And I think that's why I identified so much and found so much love with Miss Tang, because like I told her, if I had a teacher like that or just someone who I could see who was so similar to me and not afraid to be authentically themselves, I think that would have made the world of a difference. So I'm kind of, yeah.
I would definitely agree, and I think that's also something that a lot of queer people will go through, and it's also really important to have queer teachers or queer safe spaces in our classrooms, so thank you. And also, my teacher was talking about how she like openly talks about it in her kindergarten class. And if we can talk about queerness and love is love and at a grassroots level, you know, we can understand it as grown-ass adults. So I definitely think that's something to... Thank you. To add, but also I didn't have a good schooling experience. Nevada is the worst schooling experience statistically in the country, so that's really nice. But I think my best memories, honestly, even though they weren't like great, was like ditching my classes and like staying in the theater. Like Mr. Malouk, shout out. Thank you for not doing your job. Had a great time. But it was really fun, and I discovered so much about myself and who I wanted to be and how I wanted to affect the world.
So I had a lot of teachers who looked out for me when I was younger. You know what I mean? Miss Patronus, Mr. Gorn, Miss Crane. She would do this thing, and like everyone hated Mrs. Crane. She was like this old white lady, but what she would do at the beginning of every class is she would have us sit down, close our eyes, and we would listen to "I Believe the Children Are Our Future" by Whitney Houston, and we all were like, what are we doing every morning? But like, you know, I listened to that song today, and I'm like, she was like giving us something beautiful, you know? So. Miss Crane. I'm a crybaby, bitch, yes. I know.
Caramel, did you have one?
Oh, I was going to say, nothing as beautiful as this. Shit.
Oh,
Oh, my
okay.
God. No, my, what was it, social studies teacher, Miss Tillman from 7th grade. She knew before, like, I was comfortable enough talking about things, and then she ended up moving to the high school when I was eventually on my coming out process, and she said, be you, because everyone will appreciate it. So that's something that's always stuck with me. And then when things were popping off here, she reached out and said, see, you were you, and people appreciate it. I was like,
Love that.
I had my ninth grade English teacher. Her name was Miss Rudder. She lives here in Chicago now. We talk every once in a while. But she knew that I grew up in Zeeland, Michigan, very predominantly white area. I was one of 5 children of color growing up. So she looked out for me, and we still keep in contact. So shout out to her.
Love that.
shout out to all the educators. Thank y'all so much.
Naysha, did you go to school? Please don't read me. I'm just kidding.
This shady bitch. Yeah, I did go to school. I went to Lane Tech High School. Does anyone know Lane Tech?
Hey, alum.
You have to test to get in there, honey. So we know you wouldn't go there. No. Anyway, so at this school, I went to this school, and my memory, it's a little bit like different because it started off really negative. I was in gym. I got bullied like a lot. I was like just skinny kid in high school, and they were calling me a faggot. And I went and told the gym teacher that they had kept calling me a faggot.
And did Salina get in trouble?
The what?
And did Salina get in trouble for saying that?
No, stop. And it was crazy because, so I go tell him, thinking that he's gonna be like, okay, yeah, we'll take care of it. And the second that I turned around, he said, fucking little faggot. And he said it. The teacher said it. And so then at that point, I didn't even know what to do. No. At that point, I didn't even know what to do. And I'm like, well, you go to the teacher for help, right? So I did a little research, and I'm like, well, who's his boss? And then I went to her, and she was the dean of teachers. So she was the teacher's boss. You know, you had dean of students, then you have dean of teachers.
She was the head bitch in charge.
So he said, what? And the next thing, he was suspended from school. He was actually the coach of the football team at Lane Tech.
Of course.
I'm class of 2002, and I know there's some Lane Tech watching. Go back and see who it is, that asshole. But he got suspended. And he had to deal with that. But with that said, I have a question right over here.
My name is Ariel. I'm from Chicago.
Hi, Ariel.
I want to give a shout out to my brother. He was supposed to be here, but he's also a high school English teacher, ESL, and he's coaching female soccer, freshman soccer. But my question is a lot of the Ru girls on TikTok and stuff are lip syncing to "Let Loose" by Lucy. Would you guys all do that at some point in time?
I would have to learn the lyrics, but I would love to. Yeah.
I'm rehearsing a full a cappella version.
I love Let Loose. I want to jump on the track. A little feature.
Did you have one over
Yeah,
there?
I have one right here. Also, you guys can stream Let Loose. All of you should stream Lucy's new song. Let Loose.
Hi, my name is Benny. I was born in LA, so of course I'm repping the titties.
Hey, Benny.
And I have a question for all of you, but before I ask this, I just want to make sure that you know your representation means so much. I'm taking care of my mom right now, and we call you Cousin Nat because she was like, "Oh, bitch, Cousin Nat, do you have some sweet little bitch girlfriend?" And that's how my mom sees you, and you give her such light, and just watching it with her, and she's maybe not going to be with us in a few years, and so I want to make sure that you know you gave her light, and you gave us representation for me in LA, bitch. Anyway, but this is from her too. If you were to lip sync to a lowrider oldie, what would it be?
Oh. You think this wisely. Lowrider oldie that you would cruise to. I'll start. Gin and Juice, Snoop Dogg. All right, we'll start there.
I'll back that up with "Do You Wanna Ride in the Backseat of the Caddy?"
Mine is I like Adina Howard, Freak Like Me. So
I'm doing like Still Tipping Mike Jones. Like I'm doing very like ghetto tees.
Mike Jones.
Very hood tees.
For me, it's 1,000 miles. So
send your mommy love, please. Give her a taco flavored kiss
Sending
from
our
EsTitties.
love.
Thank you, Benny.
Naysha, what is yours?
I have no clue, bitch. I have no clue.
Hers is "Do You Wanna Touch It" by Monifa.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know it is, bitch. I know you. Shit.
Your name, where you're from, and your.
Hi, ladies. My name's Dante from DC.
I like your shirt.
Oh, he's right. He's great, right? So I hate to be the political DC guy, but with recent drag bans going on, how do you feel you will use your platform to elevate the drag scene and make sure you guys all are heard?
I think one of the most important things I say every time I get to mic at my shows when I get to travel, I think it's important to just remain visible. I think that the problem that people have is that not everyone's going to be political. Not everyone's going to go and do their part. I think it's more so encouraging people to do what they're comfortable with and what is actually accessible and realistic for them to do. And I think one of the most important things right now for us, especially getting to travel state to state, is just telling people to continue to support queer establishments, to support local drag, not only coming to shows where Ru girls are on the cast, and to just be there and support your community because, like we just heard, there's people with other businesses outside of the queer neighborhood who are getting shut down just for supporting queer establishments and supporting queer people. So I think visibility and being yourself is the most important thing right now.
Yes, T. 100% the same. Being visible is incredibly important. I mean, like, right there is, like, I was just telling Salina, like, that's literally you. Like, that's another version of yourself, and that person is, like, touch seeing Salina. You know, that's very important. And also being educated and knowing what you're voting for, who you're putting in office, because you want to make sure you're electing people that are going to have your best interest, because not everybody is. That's the shitty part of it. And another thing with this whole drag thing is, like, I think a big problem of it is queer faces. Drag has been around forever. Adam Sandler has done drag in Jack and Jill, and it's made millions of dollars in blockbuster movies. Tyler Perry does drag. You know, Shakespeare does drag. It's everywhere. It's the fact that it's a queer face that they think it's an easy target and a marginalized group of people. But we cannot be put down. We have to be visible, be strong. Our community is stronger than ever, and we just have to continue that.
And on that same note as well, too, I think, I don't know if any of y'all follow me on Twitter, y'all saw, actually a performance I did here last time I was at Roscoe's, found its way to conservative Twitter. It has millions and millions of views. And these people are fucking assholes and bullies. They want to spread so much misinformation, and they were sharing a video of me performing at this viewing party a few months ago, and they were like, she's performing for children, this is inappropriate. I'm like, baby, there are no children here. Like, you literally have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So these people continue to spread misinformation and scare tactics, and they're using these videos and like just saying dumb shit that's not even true. And the worst part is they put drag, trans, queer, everything's under one umbrella that they're using to make people hate our community. So that's why I say it's so important to be yourself, to speak up, and if you see something, say something, bitch. Because not everyone's apt to say something. So I think the most important thing is to stand up for yourself, and don't let these people scare us, because the truth is, bitch, they're gonna be the same as we are. So you gotta push back, and you have to be that voice that needs in our community.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Like, you know, I feel I never had a voice before I started doing drag. Drag gave me the power to feel confident to say something, to have a microphone in my hand, you know, and as someone who obviously makes mistakes on the microphone with their voice, you know, I encourage everyone to find your voice. Don't be afraid of it. Sometimes you'll mess up. Sometimes you'll say the wrong thing, but our voice is powerful. We can't be scared and hide ourselves away because that's exactly what they want. So use your voice, use your vote, step up, don't be afraid. And it starts with your voice with your friends and family, you know what I mean? Because your uncle's an asshole. You know what I mean? My uncle's a cop. Like, I have to tell him, bitch, I'm making more money than you, ho. Okay? So it's like, we're not going anywhere, speak up, and it starts with like people around you having those uncomfortable conversations, you know? So don't be afraid of that.
The cherry on top, drag is not a crime, it's a celebration, so yeah.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Hi. Jason here. 5 letters, 2 vowels. Yeah, love you. So
nice
y'all are
mustache.
breaking the internet this year, from performances to things. What is your favorite piece of internet content that you've seen about yourself? Yeah.
You're the viral queen, bitch. Start us off.
About ourselves? Oh, Free Willy got me, honestly. I think watching the show as a viewer, Salina's probably my favorite character. I don't know why. I didn't live. I mean, we know why, but the Free Willy got me because we knew the moment was going to be like something, and we didn't expect the Free Willy thing, so that had me screaming in my seat for sure.
I'm very honored to be a part of that iconic moment. I'll say that much.
I think for me, like the most iconic and my favorite meme of the season is Walk the Duck. I think we all knew as soon as we saw the talent show in person, I was like, bitch, she about to blow the fuck up. Like now I'll be on TikTok and I see babies like voguing to your fucking thing. I'm like, girl, what the fuck?
Also, oh, sorry. Or we used to do the aura, any hole is goal is whole goal.
Fancy Michaels.
Yeah, that was a good one for me.
I really love Maddie Morpheus's tweet of me being half drag, my makeup, therapizing all the girls. And then someone made, like, they put me on a Michael Myers poster. That was cute.
We have a question over here.
Hello, name's Wilma Fistfit from Chicago. I want to circle back a little bit. It was Manila that stole a sewing machine from Drag Race, actually. And I was wondering if you guys were able to make away with anything else off of this set that you'd be willing to share.
There's this, they give us like hairspray, bobby pins, duck clips, flat irons. Like there's a whole wall of drag items, even nails. And I took a lot of like spirit gum remover. So I took a lot of stuff from that, which they replenish every week. So I didn't think that was too bad.
I would never take things that are not mine, so I don't know.
You can literally rewind and watch this.
Real quick, what I remember having in my little stash, I will say this. I stole so much stuff they had to buy me another suitcase to go home. I'm not joking.
Okay, I know that's
I'm not joking. I took fabric. I took shit from the mini challenge. I took a piece of the wall. I had jewelry. I took makeup off the Anastasia wall.
I remember when we took our piece of the wall, I was like, you know what? The wall's not enough for me. I want a light bulb. So I walked over and I took a light bulb out of the mirror and I was just like, yeah. Because everybody takes the wall. No bitch is taking a light bulb.
All right, we have one right over here.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Jordan. I'm from Canada, but if I was a drag queen, my name would be Wanda Bread because I'm pretty
Hi,
white.
Wanda.
I have a quick
Party.
question for Salina. I know that Ross's critique was the trigger last week, but I'm wondering if you saw Raja's on Fashion Photo, like, living for it and how that made you feel.
I will say, like, my fashions were being read on this stage all season, bitch, okay? And, like, I see the comments, I get it, I hear the critiques, I understand. But hearing, Raja's an LA girl. I even remember I did a gig with Raja when we came back, and I was like, Raja, please tell me you're doing Fashion Photo Review this next season. And she's like, I don't think I am. And I was like, no, but you're LA. You're going to understand my references. You're going to get my tea. And from the first entrance look, she tooted me because my street lamp look, bitch, she tooted it, okay? She
Sister, you saw I tweeted a picture of me wearing it. I love the street lamp. Stop playing with me, bitch.
Uh-huh. So here, having Ross a review, like, understand my references when maybe Michelle or Ross didn't, it was like, fuck, at least someone got it. You know what I mean? Because I tried, bitch, I tried. I could have went in beautiful gowns, and probably still went home. You know what I mean?
Why are you bringing
Did my
Malaysia
best.
into this?
Oh. Okay, I have one right over here for you guys.
Thanks, Wanda.
Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm from the west suburbs of Chicago.
Hi.
My question is actually for Anetra. Hi, Ate Anetra. I know you're part Filipino. My boyfriend's standing in the back over there. He's really shy, but he's a really big fan of you. So I was wondering if you could say hi to him.
What's his name?
Jahan.
Hi, Jahan. Your girlfriend wants a divorce. I'm sorry, but I am very single.
He's also Filipino too.
Oh, I love that.
But,
I love that.
I also wanted to ask, like, as a Filipino, what is your favorite Filipino food?
I knew it was coming. It's simple, lumpia.
Yes.
Every family event, I clear it out.
Okay, so we're gonna do one last question right over here.
Oh, the hat on this one. All right, Beret.
Yeah.
Stole your look. I'm sorry. My name is Adrian. I'm visiting from Toronto. Mistress, you said that you didn't have a chance to go to college. If you had that opportunity, what program or field would you take? And the question could be for the other queens as well.
I'm sorry, you said what was the last part of the question?
And the other queens can answer as well.
I don't think they aired it, but one of the challenges Ru had told me and Anetra, he was like, Anetra, you're gonna be the first. I can see you being a millionaire in the competition. And then he was like, Mistress, you'll be the first billionaire. Because bitch, my mind, I have such like a business mindset, so I probably would have went to school for business. Yeah.
What would you ladies be doing if you weren't doing drag?
I would want something in business. It's weird that they don't teach us how to do our taxes. It's weird that we don't learn how to pay rent, at any point in our lives. So, like, to learn how to handle my money better, like, would be really, really helpful.
I would take the class at RuPaul's Drag Race. No, probably business, because that's something that I could utilize now.
Not all of us some business girls.
Okay.
Business women in the house.
We're gonna go to Drag U.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you have a good time tonight? Please make some noise for Mistress.
Keep that going for Anetra.
And don't stop. Keep it going for Salina EsTitties.
Oh, wait, and before we go, girls, can we all stand up and show off our shirts?
Oh, yes.
We're wearing each other's merch. Y'all don't forget to check out Salina and Anetra's merch at dragqueenmerch.com. Okay. And you can get your Mistress shirts at mistressisabelle.com.
All right.
Business
Girls
women.
supporting girls, y'all.
Hey, Caramel Batty, who's going to be with us next week?
Ooh, next week we have the Kiwis in the house.
We do, bitch.
We have Anita Wiglet.
Yes. Season 1 and Canada versus the World. And the winner of Down Under Season 1, Kid Amin, will also be here. Yes.
So we'll see you guys next week, but we will see you at 10:30 p.m. tonight, where we will all be taking on the stage. Make some noise for all of our guests one more time. Yeah! My name is Naysha Lopez.
I'm your bearded bestie, Caramel DeVille.
And I'm Auntie Batty Davis.
Thank you, YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube.
Roscoe's.
Bye.
See y'all next
Subscribe.
week.
Subscribe. And donate. Make sure you donate.
Yes.